Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video will have a timestamp because lately that's my thing. I want to share a personal story with you. I hope you don't mind. And also remind you, let you know that yesterday those of you who didn't have time or chance to connect with us on live stream, I had a round table with Larry Johnson and Scott Ritter, and you can find it under the main page of my channel under live category, so it takes you there. We discussed, big part of this roundtable was about an attempt on Donald Trump's life in Pennsylvania on July 13th, on Saturday, and of course we talk a little bit about Zelensky, of course about Russia, about US foreign policy in relation to Russia, of course. So make sure to check it out. I think we will be walking over there maybe a little bit so you can see some streets. Guys, I want to tell you that many years ago I actually met Donald Trump and Melania Trump in person. And how this happened is because I used to, as some of you know, used to work for those high-end fashion brands, and in that time I worked at Chanel. This was the second store I worked at. The first one was at the Wynn in Las Vegas, and the second one was at the Encore, which is the second property of Steve Wynn. The building is right next, just connected with the Wynn. And for the ground opening of that second resort, Encore Resort, I think it was it 2008 or 2009? Winter, I think it was January 2009. Steve Wynn, who is a close friend of Trump, has invited for this opening Trump, Melania Trump, and many of other VIP guests. The first week I think it was just VIP guests, so they came in, and I was working at Chanel, and I had brief interaction with Melania, and then later Trump came in because she was purchasing a handbag. All I remember was that she was very, very polite, very gracious. They're very tall in person. He's very tall, she's very tall too. She was very beautiful, very elegant, and he came in, and you know, when you read the energy now, I will remember this different because now I have a different perception of Trump that I had in that time. He was very serious when he entered the store, but you never know what kind of talks he had with people or whatever was going through his mind. She was actually very warm and very kind. But all I remember was this energy that was around them. And it wasn't bad energy, I just want to say. So those of you who don't like Trump and you don't like me sharing this story in this way, it is what it is. Also, for me, if people still believe that 20-year-old nerd with some strange name that doesn't even seem real to me could be the next Jason Bourne, then I don't know what to tell you. So guys, since we are done with personal story sharing, I have, how many topics I have? Well, we will start with Trump news, and then I have something about this incredible idea of the Ukrainian Legion that will be created in Poland. And then I have more statements from Viktor Orban that we actually mentioned yesterday during the live stream. So as I said yesterday to my guests, apparently Zelensky was planning to make a call with Trump, and it looks like he did. That call has happened because Trump has announced on Truth Social that he had a very good call with Vladimir Zelensky and pledged to bring world peace and end a conflict in Ukraine if elected President of the United States. He noted that Zelensky condemned the assassination attempt on Trump and congratulated him on the successful Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. So we have this. Scott said, who cares? But I actually do care, you know, because well, Zelensky's time is out, we all know. It's just a matter how this will be unfolding. I don't want to use a different word. Now, details about Poland's Ukrainian Legion program. This is from Ukrainian website that I was not able actually to access here. So I had to go on my phone and I access it. So you will have the link attached, hopefully, underneath the video in the description box. This is about the Ukrainian Legion program that when this was signed, you remember when Tusk signed it with Zelensky, when Zelensky was visiting Poland? On July 8th, this bilateral security agreement was signed between Poland and Ukraine. So how this will look like, if this will ever happen, God save us all, okay? The Polish government will not actively recruit Ukrainian citizens to join the Ukrainian Legion. The unit will be staffed exclusively with volunteers. This is what Polish Deputy Defense Minister Paweł Zalewski told Polskie Radio on July 19th, so yesterday. He said this on a Polish radio. Crucially, anyone who joins the Polish train unit will have the right to return to Poland after completing their service in Ukraine, the official said. Zalewski emphasized that only volunteers can join the Legion, meaning Poland does not participate in this recruitment process at all. Do I believe in this? Nope. He added that volunteers wishing to join the Legion will be drafted into the Ukrainian army according to Ukrainian regulations at consular offices and will undergo basic training provided by the Polish army on Polish territory. After training, soldiers from the Ukrainian Legion will deploy to Ukraine, where they will serve on the front line in accordance with Ukrainian law, he said. So here is my question. How long those people will be able to stay alive on the front line? Yesterday, I will continue with this, but yesterday I posted a video on my community page. Please go there once in a while. The same, if you go on the main page of the channel, you have videos, live, community page. That's what I'm talking about. And I posted a video about Ukrainian woman who set herself on fire. And I think it was in protest of her husband being recruited, or even herself, I think, being recruited. It was just horrific to watch. Horrific. Absolutely horrific. So guys, I just wonder how long those people will survive on the front line. So let me read this again. After training, soldiers from the Ukrainian Legion will deploy to Ukraine, where they will serve on the front line in accordance with Ukrainian law. So they will train them and then they will go, and the same day, that's it. They will have the right to return to Poland. How many of those will? Which is also important. So after completing their military service, they can go back to where they come from and reunite with their families. That's what Zalewski said. And Ukraine and Poland agreed on a framework to establish the Ukrainian Legion on Polish soil, like I said, on July 8th, during this bilateral security agreement signed by old Prime Minister of Poland, Donald Tusk, and the president who is no longer the president, Zelensky. Ukraine's defense minister Rustem Umerov, or Umierov, I don't know how to say his name, said volunteers would receive modern training from allies in Poland, Lithuania and other EU countries. The Legion will be equipped with the best equipment at Poland's expense. Let me repeat this again. The Legion will be equipped with the best equipment at Poland's expense. One more time, Poland's expense. Meanwhile, from TASS, United States might stop helping Ukraine in the future. And who said it? Blinken. Blinken said it. Blinken, whose name I believe in one of the recent interviews, Biden, the creature of Biden, forgot his name. This is from TASS, July 19th, yesterday. Washington. The United States might stop providing aid to Ukraine in the future, US Secretary of State Antony Blinken said at the fireside chat at the 2024 Aspen Security Forum. Quoting Blinken, every US administration has an opportunity, of course, to set its own policies. We cannot look in the future. The top US diplomat said when asked if Washington would continue to honor its obligations to Ukraine if Donald Trump is re-elected president. Nevertheless, Blinken recalled a security agreement recently inked by the US and Ukraine. Quoting Blinken again, now, if we were to renege, I don't know how you say it, renege on this, I suppose that's possible, but happily we have another 20 countries of the West, like Poland, that have similar agreements with Kiev, and we are heading towards more than 30 that will be doing the same thing. These are long-term commitments to Ukraine. So for me, again, as I say, and guys, are you very kind, but I'm not an expert at all. For me, this means, so USA is like, nope, we're not doing this now. Poland, Litva, Estonia, everyone else will be taking our part and supporting the project that will never succeed because it already failed. Shall I remind you again? The Legion will be equipped with the best equipment at Poland's expense. Orban sees Trump election victory as best hope for Ukraine peace. This was the title on TASS. Budapest. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban thinks that former President Donald Trump returning to the White House is the best hope for settling the Ukrainian conflict. Addressing the, I'm not sure how you say the name, to all my Hungarians, greetings by the way, I know there are many, Kossuth radio station's morning program, Orban said that a win for Trump in the election would also be a win for all those who want peace in Ukraine. Quoting Viktor Orban, after November, which means US elections, supporters of peace will have their day. Europe should think about the future, the Prime Minister asserted. He stressed that this was one of the main objectives of Hungary's presidency in the EU Council, and these were the goals of the July 2 to 11 peacekeeping mission that saw him visiting Kiev, Moscow, Beijing, Washington, D.C., and Trump's home in Florida. Orban also reiterated his key conclusions from trips to Ukraine and Russia, outlined in a letter to European Council President Charles Michel that was published by the Hungarian government on July 18th. In his opinion, the parties are not ready to negotiate, believing that they can win the war on the ground. However, both sides think that time is on their side, that they can gain some advantage before peace talks begin. In this regard, the Hungarian Prime Minister believes that mediation efforts from the world's leading powers, primarily the US, the EU and China, will be required to resolve the conflict. We addressed this during the live stream yesterday too, at the end of the video. The Chinese, Europeans and Americans can achieve this, they just have to be able to ensure it, Orban emphasized. He is convinced that the current US administration led by Joe Biden, not much longer as we know, cannot be counted on, as it will not change its policy of supporting military actions against Russia and Ukraine. By contrast, Trump is in favor of peace and will immediately undertake mediation efforts if he wins the November 5th election, the Hungarian Prime Minister said. Orban also noted in a letter to Michel that the former US President has a sound plan of action for this purpose. So this will be the article, the link you will find down below this video. And yeah, let me now go to the comments. I have 2 comments for you that especially the first one is feeding my ego a little bit, but hey, you know, once in a while. This is from Rano Jutro. Those are comments that were placed underneath my live stream with Larry Johnson and Scott Ritter, so from yesterday. Amazing questions, Anya. Nobody asked so far who ordered assassination. Thanks God, bless you from Serbian mother. Greetings to all the Serbian people. Thank you to the Serbian mother. Yes, because actually my first question is, and I would like to know who ordered the assassination. It was ordered. If you think it was fake, then maybe my channel is not for you. That's okay, that's fine. I believe it was ordered. It was just very, very poorly, likely unsuccessfully executed. Second comment is from Anna K. Anya, thank you for inviting Larry Johnson and Scott Ritter. Russophobia existed and it exists. I know Anna is from Russia, so let's listen to Russian viewer now. But due to such people like you, more people in the world understand that Russia is not a dictator on the earth and has never been. Not all people know, sorry Wendy, not all people know that Russia has always invited foreigners to work in the country, and many wives of Russian Tsars were Western foreigners too. They were Europeans, and all the women were excellent wives and they loved Russia. It happened because when you start to understand Russian people, you understand that aim of Russia is to be temple of the earth, not dictator on the earth. So this is a very cool comment. Anna leaves comments almost under every single video of mine or live stream, and I so greatly appreciate this. So thank you, Anna, so much. Spasiba. But on that note, can I just share another personal story with you? So some of you probably know that my hometown is called Szczecin. And it was a German town before, was called Stettin, and it used to be part of Prussia. So I was born in the same town in which Catherine the Great was born. She was born in Szczecin, in Stettin. She was a princess, and then she married Russian Tsar, and she actually loved Russia, apparently more than he did himself. So this is just to confirm what Anna has said and how much Catherine the Great has done for Russia. I think my Russian viewers can actually type in the comments down below. I witnessed it being here because, and in St. Petersburg too, because I can see how Catherine the Great influenced, the architecture, the art, the beauty of Russia. So that's very, very true in this comment. That's all I have for you guys for today. The links, like I always say, are down below this video. I want to thank all of you for supporting my work. As you know, I am not sponsored by anyone. My work is for you. My work is for you and for the humanity. That's how I look at this. So thank you for all your donations on PayPal. Thank you for becoming my supporter on Locals monthly. This helps me a lot. Thank you for ordering my book on Amazon or directly from the publisher, Clarity Press. The book I collaborated on with Scott Ritter. It's a really good book if you want to explain to people what's going on in Ukraine, what has been going on in Ukraine. The links is down below as well. And if you follow me on Instagram, we just need 90 people, I think, to reach 7,000 followers. You will see much more of Russia. I also take you to the museums. I show some art in the last post from New Tretiakov Gallery, so you will enjoy this. And before, I don't want to record the people here, so let me step a little bit there and I show you how beautiful the skyline is. And with this being said, make sure to hit this like, subscribe if you haven't already, or maybe you just unsubscribe because of what I said. That's okay too. Thank you for being there with me for some time. And let me show you. Isn't it beautiful? You can see this is the monastery. I have recorded a Sunday video several Sundays ago. Petrovka Monastery. Alright guys, that's it for today. Lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Bye everyone.